Jasmina Brozović, and this is Z.
Hi, people.
Hi. So we are here in front of AZ Entertainment for some fun and fabulous down under magic cooking.
Fabulous food.
I know, magic cooking from AJ tonight. Thank you all for joining us. As you all know, Azlin is on her life adventure, starting in Malaysia this month. So before we start, let's see what she said. Hi to everybody. So have a great show, everyone. She had 3 days of intense wedding celebration, and she's sleeping right now. But hi, Azlin. So
Yeah, she'll be watching afterwards.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Before we go to AJ, let's say hi to our comeback chef friend Ben in France. Hi, Ben.
Hi everyone, how you doing? Is everyone feeling good?
Excellent. How are you today?
I'm very, very hungry, and I've been hungry since I've done AJ's recipe earlier on. So I'm really excited to get started and see what's going on.
Exactly. So let's see what AJ's got for us tonight. AJ.
Hi there.
Hi.
It's 6 a.m. and it's a gorgeous day, I think. Still dark, but never mind. We're in the last week of winter in Sydney, and so the weather's starting to warm up, which is exciting. Now, it's great to see Ben back. We haven't seen Ben for a while, and it's nice to have him back, so that's good. And what I thought I'd do today is I'd show you how to make a really easy cheese chutney, and we'd also do some coconut crusted chicken, which I think will be delicious, and they should go very well together. Okay? Now, I put the recipe up already, Jasmina, and so now I'll show you a few of the ingredients. The first thing I think we'll do is, and it's a great recipe any time of the year. It's not something that has to be in summer or winter. And the funny thing was, I was telling Jasmina off air, I said, oh yeah, I'll do a mango chutney. And then I realised mangoes aren't in season here, so I have a mango from Mexico.
Wow.
Normally, I'd be I'm very conscious of cooking what's in season, so that was it was a bad thing on my part, but never mind. So what we'll do is we'll get on with the chutney because that needs to cook for a little while.
Okay. So for all of you who are watching, there's a recipe. AJ posted the recipe, as she said, so you can follow her instructions very easily.
Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to. It says turmeric in the recipe. Now that means turmeric powder, but I found some fresh turmeric yesterday, so I just grabbed it because the smell it's earthy, isn't it, Ben? That's how you describe it. It's a really earthy smell.
Eyes your fingers, but it's beautiful stuff. Really good for you.
Yeah. So I've gone with the fresh, but don't panic. Just use the other. And I've gone with fresh ginger because and I put a bit of extra ginger in because I'm a ginger nut. And this is a cut up jalapeno chili with the seeds out. And we
Is it very hot chili? Is it the very hot chili?
It's jalapeno's pretty hot. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
so I'm going
medium.
to give those a quick little, and I need to put some of the vinegar in there, just to make it easy to mash up a bit. I don't want it in a paste, I just want it chopped nicely.
Okay, Ben. What did you have in mind, Ben, with the chili?
We didn't catch you there, Jasmine.
Do you use chili, jalapeno chili often as well?
Mexican dishes use jalapenos. You can even, if you're making guacamole, something like that, you can chuck one in a good measure, just to spice it up a little bit so it's not so dull. But yeah, really good chili. Sometimes you get them soaked in water or in oil. and being so close.
They're got a pretty good bite to them, haven't they?
That's interesting. That's interesting, though. Good. So, AJ, what are you doing now?
I've just put the mango in just to, but I don't want it to be slop, so that was just a quick whiz. I wouldn't even worry about whizzing it. So I've now put all that in the saucepan, which is fabulous, and I'm going to put the remainder of the vinegar in, and most importantly, sugar, because the chutney is almost like a jam. So the sugar's going in there, and I'm putting the raisins in.
Such an interesting ingredients.
And the cinnamon and the cayenne pepper.
Sweet and spicy.
Yes, which will be nice because the chicken will be, with it being coconut crusted, it'll be just sort of very mellow, so that'll be good. I'm going to put a bit of salt in there because I just always do. And some nutmeg. Now this is nutmeg in its true form. You can buy it just powdered. I personally like to grate it. It's quite a hard nut, but it's pretty easy to grate. And so I grated some earlier so that you wouldn't have to listen to that sound. And that is about that. So that will be your chutney.
Okay, while you do the chutney, let's say hi. Let's say hi to some viewers to say hello. Julia Diaz says hello, everybody. Looking forward to this yummy presentation. Hi, Julie. And we have Kim with us. Hi, Kim. We're straddling time zones. Thanks for posting your recipe too, AJ. Just printed it off. Wow, Kim is really ready. Hi, Kim.
Kim. Very impressive, Kim. I'm pleased you could make it, and thanks, Julie, for making it, because Julie wasn't sure she'd be able to.
Yeah, I love those girls.
And if I don't change hot plates, we'll be still making chutney in the morning, I think.
So Ben, do you make chutneys as well?
Being an Englishman, yeah, I'm afraid. Normally, they're not so quick. They're normally, you make them over the space of a couple of days. My grandfather, he always made one over the space of about a week, which was really, really sweet. And English diet, they use a lot of this. They cook it with all sorts. So you have cheese and pickle, like the normal ploughman's lunch. But there are so many variations, but they're really beautiful. It's really sweet. Use them how AJ's using them.
More jammy, or is it more liquid?
It's more thick. It's more like a pickle, like a piccalilli or a pickle. It's quite firm. Not quite jam, but just sort of like a confiture. But really, really good stuff.
Cool.
This will still be hot, so it won't be as thick as it would be when it cooled down.
Okay, so it's okay.
Make it second batch.
You spread the chutney on a fork and they bake it very, very slowly for a couple of hours, and then it comes out and it's that whole sweet and that spice, and it's really lovely, really good.
Yeah, sweet and spice.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've just stuck my finger in this, and it's got a really lovely flavour, and it's got a good bite to it as well.
That's cool.
Okay, question for Ben. I know everybody dies to know this. So when did you do your hair?
I started this morning at around 10 o'clock.
Trademark hair.
No, actually, it's a bad hair day today. I went for a surf this morning, so I've still got a bit cold and everything, but
I almost didn't recognize you.
Stop shaving it, and I'll teach you, okay?
Okay, so, well, that's
Awesome. Every morning she does the cooking. She looks awesome. So it's looking good again.
Incredible. She's incredible.
I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock as bright as a button.
Oh, beautiful. So what are you doing now? I can see you're
I'm
headed.
going to make a batter now.
Okay.
So we're going to use some flour, and into the flour we're going to put some ginger and salt and pepper. Now I'm using ginger powder for this, which
Okay.
will be nice. That'll give it a bit of, you know, I guess a bit of something. I don't know what. And I'm going to put, I need to put some water in because I'm going to make a batter. I was actually going to just crumb it as you would cutlets, but then I got home and I found that I had no eggs.
Oh, okay.
So, and it was raining and cold and I wasn't going out again. So we're going to make a really simple batter. And the batter will be just the flour with some water and lemon juice. And the lemon juice with the ginger and the salt and pepper, black cracked pepper, and the coconut should, I would think, make it pop quite nicely.
Yeah, I was
It
just
should have lots of layers of flavour, I think.
I was just thinking that we in Croatia we don't use that much spices. Like when we fry things, we just use flour or breadcrumbs. We don't have all these. It's
The thing is, in Australia, we are really, really heavily influenced by many cultures. So when we do stuff here, it's very much a case of the influence of everywhere around.
Yeah. So that's actually.
You do find that you've just got so many different varieties of food. In France, where I live now, you don't find as much. It's hard to get Chinese food. It's hard to get those Indian cuisine and things like that. But in the UK, you know, you can walk down the street and you can get pretty much every nationality of food in one street. You know, Chinese, Malaysian, Spanish, French. It's all there. And I think that's why you get heavily influenced by the colonisation as well years ago.
That's interesting. See that? Yeah, that's true.
Now, with this batter, you don't want a thick batter. I know that a lot of people like a thick batter, but this is just really, it's designed to just make the crumb stick. It's not designed to make it terribly thick.
Yeah. Okay.
It's more like a, it would be more like a crepe thickness. It's not rather than a pancake, so it's thinner than a pancake.
Okay. Let's just say. Sorry, AJ. Just let us put the comment from Kim. She says, this one. She says, tickled to be here. I admire AJ for cooking so early in the morning. A lot of progress. Everybody's really, admiring you from this side of the world.
Very nice of them. It's just, you just need to be, I think with Google and I think with everything you need these days to be on a 24-hour clock, really.
Yeah, that's true.
No longer can we just work on the normal clock. Now,
But
I made way too much batter for what I'm doing, but you can see there, see how it's running off it? It's not designed to be a very thick batter. So.
Okay. So
I'm only doing 3 pieces because there's no point in doing.
So is the chutney over? Done?
Oh no, the chutney's cooking away here, and it's starting to thicken up already.
Cool.
So.
You're just kind of reducing the liquid off of it to sort of reduce it down so it's quite a thick paste, so you can actually spread it on and it sticks to the.
Now, I think I said in the recipe, when you're frying things, I'm, by the way, using a wok. And I'm using a wok because, when you stick your spoon in and immediately you get bubbles, I can't show you, you get bubbles that come out around the wood, you know that it's good. It's good to go.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a good
So
tip.
that's a little hint that's easy. So let's see if this sticks. I've just mixed up all the crumb in here.
So that is coconut.
It's coconut and really, one of my products is the most amazing gluten-free crumb, and it's amazing because I have butchers who are now switching to this gluten-free crumb because it tastes. It's based on maize, so it's actually, to be honest with you, it tastes better than a regular breadcrumb.
Oh, awesome!
It's actually got flavour, so you know it's.
I can see the day is awaking behind your back.
Can you see here? This is starting to thicken up. Can you see that?
Yeah, beautiful. Take a shot. Oh, no, you can. That's beautiful. Let's see what Julie has to say. Julie says, I don't think I could cook that early either. My daughter loves to make chutney, but she makes too long cooking time. She will really like the cheat method. See? Great. Thank you, Julie. So, AJ, you made us
I'm
all...
the laziest cook in the world.
There are more of us sometimes. When we don't have time, we like, you know, everybody likes to make time for a good meal in lesser time. So that's cool.
Okay, I've just dropped a piece of the chicken in the oil just to make sure, just a tiny weeny little bit.
Okay, that's
to make
cool.
sure that it's all good to go.
AJ, what are you using to cook it? Is it just a normal veg oil?
Yeah, it's just a vegetable oil. You could use peanut oil. You could use whatever you wanted. I think it's just a sunflower or something like that. It's just a vegetable oil.
So what would you recommend to have with this chicken and chutney?
Well, I probably would have. I think you could either do it, and what I also said in the recipe. This would be a great thing for kids. Just chop the chicken up smaller, and it would be a really nice alternative to filthy nuggets.
Yeah, that's true.
And it'd be a really good, healthy alternative to revolting plastic chicken nuggets.
Yeah, that's true. So, would you have rice with this?
No, I wouldn't, because you've got the bread already. I think I'd do a lovely crisp green salad.
Yeah, or like a noodle salad, like a crispy noodle salad would be nice to think with it.
Yeah, you could do a noodle salad. Oh, well, we know that the oil is hot enough because I completely forgot about the chicken piece that was in there. Oh, and it's black, and this really is,
You know, AJ, it looks so good. I can smell it over here.
It smells pretty good, actually. But the chutney is good. Chutney is pretty well good to go. What time is it?
We have more than 10-15 minutes. Don't worry about it. You have time.
I can't have cooked in 15 minutes. That's ridiculous.
You're doing a great job. So don't worry.
So I'm just going to put these in the oil. Can you see that bubbling up? You can't, can you?
Yes, we
Oh
can
yeah,
see
it's bubbling already.
So Ben, this is no good for us. We are ready to sleep on this side of the world, and we are getting hungry by watching this.
Well, I'm half hour, so I'm on. It's time to drink. Cheers.
Okay, cheers, everybody.
This is the perfect. See, you guys are drinking, and this would be perfect with some booze.
AJ, if you were drinking at this time in the morning, I think you had problems.
It's just a wee bit early, except when the World Cup comes on.
Oh.
For rugby, I might.
That's it. Aussies are Aussies.
That's a different story then.
I've got the bloody crumb. Shit.
So how does the chicken look like?
Don't be frightened about that.
Okay. Let's see what Julie has to say. Are the jalapenos in Australia hot? The jalapenos at the gate in San Diego are quite mild, Julie says.
So the question for you, AJ.
Yep.
I,
No, they've got a reasonable bite to them. There's no problem there.
Okay, so they're not really hot. Cool.
Just a little
They've
tip.
got a good bite. They're not ridiculously hot.
What's your experience? So yeah, we already talked about it. They can be a variety.
When you're
I
actually
don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about burning the chicken.
Okay. Okay.
Burning the chicken, which is now black. Don't want to talk about that.
No, it's
But
okay.
I will talk about the fact that I have another 2 pieces, so we're going to run with that.
Okay, cool.
And the thing is, I do always like a quick cook when I fry something off. But I wasn't.
You're doing a great job. It's early in the morning. We understand, so don't worry about it. What did you want to say, Ben?
When you're growing the jalapeno peppers, like yourself in your garden or your greenhouse, the more water you give them, the more mild they'll be. The less you give them, the more hot they'll get. So it's kind of just experience on growing all types of chilies are the same. But the less water, the more hot they'll be, the more spicy.
Oh, that's the
yeah,
trick.
it's somehow like the sweetness in watermelons.
Yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
So there we go. We know it's live TV because I completely stuffed the chicken.
Okay.
Outstanding, I would say.
I think you're doing a great job. So, what other chutney would go perfectly with this type of chicken with coconut?
You could do a tomato chutney. If
Okay.
you want. I love a mango chutney, but you can use many fruits. You could use papaya. You could use apples. That's another thing. If you can't get if you cannot get, no, I need to concentrate. I don't have any more chicken.
Okay, Ben, now you talk.
In the UK, you choose a lot of apples for our chutney. So we wouldn't use the mango, we wouldn't use the tropical fruits. You'd always use apples, you'd use plums, depending on the season which is coming. So like AJ's saying, depending on what season you're in, is depending on, what sweetness and what flavour you're going to bring to the dish, really. But it is really popular, like sweet and sour dishes. A lot of people just roll their chicken or their meat into like corn flour, and they'll fry it off like AJ's doing, and they'll cut it really thin. And then when they put the sauce on, it's more like a Chinese dish. You would then serve it with a rice, something like that. So it would be really like sticky, like chili beef. That
What
sort
about
of.
pineapple?
Come on.
What about pineapple chutney?
Yeah, of course,
Yes,
of course.
good. You really need to pull back on the sugar.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because pineapple is sweet. Yeah.
That's true.
If you find that you're using, you can use a little bit of corn flour, mix it in with a little bit of water, and that up as well, and that'll speed up the process.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This chutney has come out beautifully.
Mm.
It will.
That's a really good chutney for a half-hour cook.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
very happy with the chutney.
It's interesting. We don't have a tradition of chutneys in Croatia, especially not the sweet ones. We have just savory sauces with meat. So this is something that we just find interesting.
And,
Right.
Must try because it's from the eastern side of the world, but it's really good. It's really different. It's really different.
I like sweet and sour combination. I like that.
yeah.
That's cool.
I like sweet and salty lately. I don't know why.
We had to tell him he made guacamole sauce for us, and it was so hot that we couldn't eat it.
I accidentally put like 3 or 4 peppers little in like a cup like this.
Just for 2 avocados. It was like 2 avocados and a half. It was,
Yeah.
So the man knows hot stuff.
It's not too hot, the chutney. It's rather lovely. It's just a very...
Oh.
It's really lovely.
Do you eat a lot of fish in Croatia?
Fish, yes, we ate lots of fish and squid.
Like small fish, or is it like a larger fish?
Depends on the ones we have. So
We usually have codfish or hake.
Okay, hake.
Yeah.
We say hake. In a couple of weeks' time, when I'm cooking on the 14th, I'll be cooking hake that night. So there you go. You'll have a new one just to play with. It's from the east as well, so you're gonna enjoy that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Next week.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little bit of salad with this. Again, make sure that you always get a beautiful olive oil. That's a really lovely one.
Oh yeah.
And
There has been actually regarding olive oil. I don't know how it's in France this year, but in Croatia there's a disease and there's no olive oil, and olives got all this disease. So it's a bad year for olive oil.
So the prices go up.
The price, yeah.
Julie Diaz says thanks to Benjamin Fisher for great information.
About the jalapeno. How do you say it?
jalapeno.
Jalapeno. Okay.
Yeah, for that.
So thank you, Ben, for the great info. So AJ?
Yeah, I haven't run away.
Okay.
I just...
That's cool.
I'm just going to put a little bit of capsicum in the salad.
Beautiful presentation, AJ. It looks very tempting. Oh, I'm so hungry now. Oh.
I think it'll be nice.
Well, cake is Jasmina. Surely you must have a cake in the fridge.
Actually, I do. We had guests before, and I made a chocolate cake, so I have a cake.
Oh.
Shall I bring some?
What did you make, Jasmina, with your guests?
I made, actually there were a couple of friends that are getting married soon, and
So they came here for a dance lesson.
they came here for dance lessons for the first wedding dance. So
Oh!
yeah, it was fun. We had the wine and chocolate cake and nothing special. They just came, you know.
Can you eat before your wedding? Can you get in the dress?
I will have a red dress for the wedding, and for the bride, they didn't show me her dress yet, so I don't know.
Because the groom was here too,
Yeah.
so she didn't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
You can tell very much that summer's on the way because the sun is coming up
Yeah.
It's getting
at
bread.
the end of the show. Now, what I've done,
Okay, AJ.
I have used board and I've put the chutney, the chicken, and some salad.
Looks
Looks beautiful.
Looks really good.
And I'm going to have a taste of the.
That's awesome.
I'll tell you what. Ooh, it's been a very dry year with the jalapenos.
I knew it. It's gonna be hot.
That's like a. Okay, so that's really good, and I think the combination will be perfect.
Can you get it a little bit closer to the camera so people can see better?
I can.
Thank you, AJ. We can take a picture of it.
Up,
So
up. Ooh, that's nice.
nice. So if you can take a picture of that,
I'll take a shot of it if you like.
awesome.
Hang on 1 minute. Apparently, apparently we used to be able to just hold it up and take a snap. But because I'm using an iPad, Apple have changed things around, and you can't take photos of something that's being shown on a mobile device.
It's okay. We'll figure it something out. So our time is up. But before we go, what do we say before we go? We want to thank everybody for
Goodbye,
watching.
and-
No, we want to thank everybody for watching. A special hello to Azlin when she's going to watch the replay. And before AJ says, how do you say
Takes
that?
us out.
Takes us out. Before AJ takes us out, let's go to Ben and to say a few words. Tell us, Ben, what do you have planned? You're going to be cooking on Savor the Flavor soon. So tell us more about
Savor the Flavor the 14th of September. Like I said, I'm going to be cooking hake merlot in French with a little twist. Something a little bit different, but there's a few more things coming up this week. My blog will be open soon, I promise. It's just been a crazy couple of months, as some of you are aware of. But yeah, there's some videos coming onto YouTube, just need a little bit of editing. But yeah, there's some more stuff coming up, and thanks guys for all of you which have supported me over the last few months as well. It's really nice of you.
Thank you, Ben, for coming tonight. It's really nice to see you again. So that's cool. So before we go to AJ, thank you everybody again for watching. You'll be watching us next Sunday dance some more after the summer break, and that is from us for now. And AJ, please take us out. Bye.
Thank you everybody for watching me overcook some chicken, but also thank you so much for have a crack at this. It's a really good recipe. The one hint I will give you is I've used gluten-free crumb and I forgot, because it's so early in the morning, I should have used a regular crumb. With the gluten-free crumb, you have to cook it at a lot lower temperature because it cooks a lot quicker. I had completely forgotten that. Hence the first burning episode. But thank you so much. It's a cracker of a recipe, and it's a really, really delicious thing to have. Great with a beer, great for lunch, great for anything. And I am so excited about Ben cooking that I'm going to be on the panel for that one. So I'm going to get up whenever that will be, and that'll be really good. So have a go at this. I'll put some photos up of it, and then you know what it should look like at the end. And even if you're not going to do the chicken, the mango chutney is really, really good. And I think you should still have some mangoes. So we're just coming into mango season in a couple of months. But thank you so much. It was really good, and I will see you next month. So thanks very much.
Thank you, AJ, for a wonderful meal and everything. Bye.
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 Bye, Ben.